Dophisticated episode 47.
47.
We talk about
Federal indictments.
ooh,
Buying music.
buying music.
And the love and hate relationship with subtitles.
Yeah.
Boom.
Dub that.
Enjoy.
Dub.
I'm so sophisticated. I'm so sophisticated.
Yeah. I had to get one out of it.
I don't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Okay, right. Shut up.
Man.
I don't want to hear you now.
Oh,
I'm so sophisticated.
Dophisticated. Episode 47.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Last week was 46. So 47.
47.
Dophisticated episode 47. We are almost at our 52 mark goal.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
We're almost a year old.
It's been interesting, man. Experimental.
Throat's bothering me. Yeah, we're almost at a year.
That's crazy.
We created this in December of 2017.
That's freaking awesome.
And now it's November.
We gotta have like a party on the 52nd.
Do you want to celebrate the 52nd episode or you want to celebrate the year?
The year.
Yeah,
Because we'll have the 52 before they even hear it.
true that. True that. Yeah, man.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
Um,
I mean, we just had like a whole discussion about
Treyway.
about Treyway and 6ix9ine. Ha,
Poor 6ix9ine. They got our boy.
man.
He's got him. They got him.
Yeah.
They got him.
I'm sure by the time you hear this, more information has been divulged. But
I want to know who's going to play 6ix9ine in the movie. Who's it
shit
going
is
to
on some
be?
movie
Jonah
shit,
Hill.
though. Shit is on some movie shit. No, Gary Owen.
Nah, fuck that. He sucks.
No, did you see when he came as 6ix9ine?
Yeah, he's not that funny.
I love what Gary Owen is amazing.
He's okay.
I love Gary Owen.
He's all right.
He's great. Anyways, but besides all that, what'd you do?
I watched Bohemian Rhapsody.
I saw that.
Rhapsody.
What'd you think?
That shit was dope.
Everybody told me it was dope. I didn't get to watch it.
I heard I only saw bad reviews online.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo,
But I was interested.
what doesn't have a bad review online?
Treyway. Okay.
Oh God.
Bohemian Rhapsody about Queen, Freddie Mercury. It was great. I liked it a lot.
Queen was awesome.
I was bumping Queen all weekend. They really had some incredible. Like they
Yeah.
have a catalog, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're 10 for 10 on the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
Like they're damn.
Dog, like something about that era in music.
We're never gonna get iconic artists like that ever again.
No, not writing songs like that.
Not
either.
like that. Not writing songs like that. Not performing
Nope.
like that.
Nope. It died with Prince.
Yeah.
It died with Prince. That type of.
Yeah, I was gonna say Michael Jackson, but no Prince.
It died with that. Like he was the last of like the Mohicans with that shit. I
Yeah.
mean, don't get me wrong. There's still plenty alive that do wonders in music.
But like, I didn't grow up listening to Queen. I just picked it up along the way, and I respected them, but I never,
But having that longevity, I think in hip hop, some of it's still a bit too young to have that full effect of what like, say the older rock generations have, where it doesn't matter where you pick it up now, as long as you pick it up because it's something to know. Hip hop does have a lot of that. It's just a lot of this newer stuff. Who knows if it's going to last like
yeah.
the next 10 years, if that.
I thought 6ix9ine could take another 20 years.
He's
He could be the new-
looking at 20.
He's gonna be the next He's
And I
gonna
don't-
be the next
look,
Jay Z.
Look. I don't
The
want to
next
laugh
icon.
I don't want to laugh at anybody going, through these type of issues. I don't have like a feel bad moment for it because a lot of it is self inflicted. But I don't wish jail on nobody, man.
No,
So I mean that's.
I'm pissed because the album was supposed to drop this weekend. It's not gonna happen now. Maybe it will, but
But even then, like look at where it's going. Look at it. The content will. It's gonna mirror exactly what everything's going on now.
Yeah.
It's like
he might want to hold that back just in case he incriminated himself in any lyrics in there. Because, damn,
bro, that's a serious, man. That's some real serious.
I
shit
just
to
like
do.
how controversial he is and how much attention he stirs up. He's cleaned up his act in the past couple months to where like last year or the year before. But I like how controversial he is, right? But no one fucks with him. Like who's the biggest, who's like the artist that did it? He finally got a Nicki Minaj feature this year.
And he got a 50 cosign.
And they got a 50 cosign and a feature.
But
But I don't think Nicki Minaj as a feature is.
When we were discussing the whole 6ix9ine thing last week before the podcast, you know what we were talking about, and like I figured out what I like about Tekashi and his music. In his music, I like his energy, like the aggression. It's great. It's great, like workout music and like get you amped up music, you know. But the content. And I like the production. He has a great ear for like beats and shit. But content wise, and who he carries himself as a person, I can't rock with that shit. It's just nah. As good as this part of you is, it doesn't trump what comes over here with the other baggage, and it's not cool. It's not cool with me. I get it. Like I understand it. Like I know why and how it all works with you, but nah, just nah.
I don't know. I thought his music was stupid in the beginning, and when I first heard of him, but then over time I'm like, you know what? You know, he really is making, like, people kept saying he was a one-hit wonder and he'll be gone next year. My man's on the, like, he's up on the top of the charts,
but
bro.
He is about to be gone next year.
Oh yeah, he's fucked now. He will be fucked, but like he was doing his thing. If he didn't, man, he could have.
And honestly, he could have attained all this without even having to do all that. You know, that's the sad part. Is like being such a young, impressionable mind that he was. He didn't have to do all this to obtain all of it. He just didn't, and the fact that that's how he saw it, and yeah, it contributed to why he's in a position now, even before this whole indictment shit. Even with who he was as a person now, just you can't. That energy, you cannot walk around with that energy, bro, and just be spewing that. At some point, it stops becoming for the internet, and it's real life. And like in the interview on the Breakfast Club
I didn't see the new one.
He
I saw the last one.
He basically was saying, he's like, you know, when this is real life, like he if you know how to read it, you know exactly what he's saying and what's going on for him. And I was just, bro, you violate in the eyes of the ones that you're with, they're gonna violate you, and that's what they were gonna do, because you violated their laws, not what the general masses thinks. Like they can think what they want, but to the people that had put invested in you and gave you their cosigns and their good word, yeah, you in their eyes you violated them, and that comes with the territory on it, sadly. And the thing is, you were warned and you were told about these type of issues. I mean, honestly, if you had any know-how, you would have, you probably knew this walking in. It's just finding the exit, but there is no exit, man. There is none. There is none to that. Not when the energy that you're, like, not when the energy is that of what he was putting out. Telling people suck my dick. Can't do that. Can't walk around with that attitude. And then to the young impressionable minds that are watching him, they're running around thinking it's all right to say suck my dick. Like like when Drake put out Marvin's Room, right? My friend had like a really problem with the song. Like he's like, so you're basically like, he's like technically it's a good song. Like all the technical parts of it, great. And it's actually a good song. But he's like, the impact you're leaving is it's okay to call up my girl and say, and you say fuck this nigga, like you say fuck me, and you're leaving that impression that like I know for Drake it was just a reflection record of like something that he's going through. So, but you're not seeing the other side of the coin where it's impacting people and it's so you just gonna call your ex on a drunk call and say fuck that, fuck him. You picked up for me, and like you know the message of the song, and make that something that's okay with. So, because that's not how they're gonna receive it, despite the fact that that's something that you went through. And I mean, a lot of us can. There's a good handful that will identify with the actual record's true intent, but overall, you're basically making it cool to just call up in the middle of the night and say, "Fuck that nigga, come with, you need to be over here with me and do the drunk call thing." It was a record about the drunk call, but you're making it. I don't think he intently wanted to make it a cool song to make it cool to be doing the drunk calls, but you put it out there where like, yeah, people, that's a norm now. With that type of mentality towards it, you know, that's why it's so weird when people, it went from yo mama jokes to I fucked your bitch jokes. You see what I'm saying? Like in the music, the creative way to emasculate your enemy is to say I fucked your bitch in the most creative way. I fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip flops, some shit like that, and like what? But do you see what the mentality you're breeding in people based on the ones who are going to hear this outside of seeing it that it's a personal experience for you as an artist and you're just doing your self-expression, they're seeing it as a word, this is how we rocking, then you see what I'm saying? And then you see how it bleeds into a case of what 6ix9ine's dealing with. I mean, you talk all that shit on record, and here it is, bro. It's right here. You know, and it's a Fed case. The feds ain't going to let you slide with this, bro. It's not a slap on the wrist when the feds come for you.
Yeah, you're already on probation.
Yeah, and for something that is already got you in disfavor of a lot of people because young girls and sexual, you know, the sexual deviancy behind it with all that. Because it's just a lot. And like you look at somebody like Academics and you go, well, you lost X this year, and you just lost 6ix9ine in two different forms of something that you promote by reporting on your own page, on your own platform. So I know can't play pussy now and act like you have nothing to do with it or want to talk about teachable moments, but teachable moments shouldn't be at the expense of one's own freedom. It shouldn't.
He's fucked.
And it's crazy, bro.
Fucked.
It's fucking crazy. I heard that news and I did, you know, I did some like little research on it and I was what was going on with the actual case. Like on the way over I listened to the video that read the whole fucking, I had the 17 pages of paperwork and they were just reading it off and I just turned it off in the middle of it because I'm like, bro, these charges in a RICO case?
You're done, bro.
And you're the face. The thing is, like, there might be other people in different...
He might have just been there. He may have just been there
but being,
talking shit.
But you're the face.
Yep.
In the eyes of the public,
example.
You are the face, you're the example. These other people that are involved might be, you know, in different forms of power that controlled where you stood with it, but that still means you're involved on a RICO case, and a RICO case is not good. And no, feds, yo, you're done. You're done, and it's sad. It's sad on a million different fronts. That, you know, it's sad that the kids are gonna have to learn. They need to learn from this, but should they? Should it even be something that they need to learn this way?
I mean, I don't think going to jail is going to be a teachable moment for kids. I think if 6ix9ine got shot, that's a different story. People are like, "Yo, see what happens when you start talking that shit."
But this is the other side of it, because you know they say
I feel like it's worse to get got and get shot, and then
this is
go to jail.
But this is to prove the point that either you end up dead or in jail. This is the jail side of it. Mm-hmm. You know, the death side, we know about that.
But we've had other rappers in jail before. What does that have to?
Yeah, but
why is he the example?
Because look how Front Street it was. Like look how
Front Street right now, but it was Front Street when Meek went to jail. It was Front Street right when Shine went to jail. Tupac went to jail.
Right.
I think it's the same thing, or just maybe stale right now. Who cares?
It's I would say it's only Front Street because of how he made it. Bro, so Front Street.
The Avengers 4 trailer is supposed to be dropping this week on Friday. By then, no one's gonna talk about this shit anymore because it's about Infinity War.
I mean, unless the album drops, unless the album drops, but
that's true. I hope they do.
I mean, I hope they do too, because honestly,
stupid.
Certain musically, I like certain aspects of him. I just don't agree with the content and who he is as a person. But like, I like the beats, I like the screaming, bro. I'm sorry, like that part of it. Don't like what he's screaming about.
It's music to me. It's just entertainment.
I'm able to separate. My. There's no relation to it. It's just, and there's not even emotion to it. It's just, I like this part of it.
Yeah, I like the song. I like the music.
I'm not gonna turn it off if it.
At first, I didn't. I thought it was stupid, rah bullshit, and then I'm like, all right, this fucker's not going anywhere. Well, and he wasn't going anywhere.
Little to no avail.
He wasn't going anywhere, and I'm like, all right. And I'm like, this is funny. Like, this is entertaining. Beats got
dog. He's very entertaining. Like,
yeah. So I don't give a fuck if he's in jail or not.
Like that side of it, yeah. But the other side of it, man, they tried to tell you. They tried to tell you, and that goes for anybody out there doing that dumb shit or just being about shit that you're not about. You're not built for it. You're not. Like the prison, like what we were talking about earlier, like he ain't physically built for that shit.
No, poor guy.
Outside of the fact that
he's gonna get touched.
You as a man and and who you are as a character isn't even aligned with being built for that. Woo, man, that's a bad roll of the dice.
I've seen Sons of Anarchy. I know what goes on in there.
Hey,
I didn't watch Oz. Did you watch Oz?
I didn't watch Oz. No,
I didn't watch Oz. I think that was.
I started watching Boardwalk Empire the other day. Like I
started Narcos.
With the new one?
Yeah.
That's with Michael Pena, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a little bit more English in this one than...
I can't do the subtitles.
Bro, I understand, but... and maybe I'm biased because I understand the language, so it doesn't affect me as much. But I love that Narcos one was mostly Spanish.
No, and I loved it. I get the authenticity of it. Like, I'm not knocking that at all. For me, like, that's why I never really got into kung fu movies.
Fair enough.
And like, you would think I'm Asian, right? But that's not the point. Is I couldn't dig the whole. I spent more time reading than I did actually watching what was actually going on.
That's true. Subtitles do get in the way because I'm taking it in differently. It's like a storybook.
And trust me, I get it. Like I fucking get it. Like it. You know, you're showing me in its rawest form.
But you can turn them off, right? Technically,
I like when they're dubbed. Honestly, I like when they're dubbed.
To be honest, not kung fu. I'm not talking about kung fu movies. I'm talking about like movies in general. Like sometimes, like I have a version of Fast Five when they're in Brazil and they pull off the Brazilian the heist. They speak Portuguese in there.
Right.
I have a version that doesn't even put those subtitles on. No subtitles at all. Not even the other language. And I'm like, I take it in differently. I started like that. I saw another one with a German.
Well, that's like that
German language in there.
That show on Netflix called Dark. I heard it's like fucking dope as fuck. But since it's all in German, I don't want to miss out on the actual visual, but because I'm reading, and maybe it's because I'm not a good person. I'm not great at reading. Where I'm sitting there, I'm like able to just read it and then go right back. But it's never gelled with me.
Yeah.
So I like if it comes to subtitle movies, I'll take the subtitles.
Yeah.
Like the dub. I'll take the dub.
It's funny though. People on social media they prefer videos with subtitles.
Well, that works too when you can't listen to it out loud and you're at work, and you can just read what's being said. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but funny, huh? And like in digestible content, we like it, but while sitting down and enjoying something a lot more long form, you don't like subtitles.
I guess it's just me.
I mean, my dad watches subtitles.
I mean,
and everything.
but I put the captions on when I'm at home because the way things are mixed, like the way a movie or a show is mixed, where it's really really loud and then the dialogue is really really low, and you constantly change the volume. I'll keep the fucking when I know it's a slow dialogue scene where it's just two people just sitting there,
like Walking Dead.
I can
House of Cards.
I can read more. But when there's a lot going on visually, I don't want to read nothing.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
Did you watch? Did we talk about House of Cards? Did you watch it?
I made it past. I only made it up to the first episode.
I'm at like episode 4 or 6.
How
4 or 6.
How are you liking it?
It's not the same.
Nah.
At first I'm like, what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to just get back at people, or are you trying to do something with the government?
It seemed like in the first episode they were just trying to write him off properly, but it was just like, all right, we get it, he's fucking dead. But we know what happened.
They try. There's the villain of the show tries to set up Claire, set up the president, and then in true House of Cards fashion, she like the next episode, she's like, with her fucking heel in her fucking in their necks, like she's like, I own you. But I don't know. I was like, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, you're trying to finish a story, avoid a story, and give us a new story at the same time.
I think the removal tainted the show in the sense of we really know why he's gone, man. Like, writing him off in this way,
yeah.
Like we know why he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So was it even necessary?
It's like when they say Paul Walker, they say Brian in Fast and the Furious. I'm like, oh, he's dead. Damn, rest in peace.
Yeah.
But then they in the movie they kept his character alive. Why wouldn't he be there?
That's like with like the Tupac movies and Biggie movies. Like, you know how this ends.
Yeah.
Like, you know how this ends.
Well, I knew how Bohemian Rhapsody was going to end, and I love that movie. It was really good. I'm telling everybody to go watch it.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying certain things I'm like maybe because I grew up when it actually happened. Like, it's like, I know how this ends.
Back then, you were a hippie.
I was legit.
Damn.
I was what, 10, 11?
That was a good movie, bro. Biopics are usually hit or miss.
It depends.
And I heard some of it was not true. It happened another way. And I'm like, it's a movie. Shut up. Like, it's not a documentary.
They always embellish a little bit.
Yeah, but it's because they're trying to
tell a story.
Yeah, a story, and it's this story, but of course they're gonna.
I mean, they said the same when
twist
they
it up
did
a
the
bit.
NWA movie. You really. That's why certain things like that, like if you did the Death Row story, do a 13 episode series. Tell it in 13.
That'd be cool.
13 episodes, like the way they did the Tupac and Biggie.
The show.
The show. I forgot the name of the show.
I didn't watch it. You told me about it. We talked about it.
But the fact that it stretched it over 10 episodes compared to
a movie
trying to cram it in 2 hours. Yeah, it told well.
Yeah, there's a movie coming out about the Biggie.
It was with Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
they canceled it.
Yeah, and it was already done. They
canceled it last minute.
Yeah,
I think it had to do with something with Johnny Depp on that end.
Well, yeah, because the Johnny Depp guy is dealing with charges for hitting his wife.
Hey, man.
First, he committed a crime of bringing, because he brought his wife's dog with them to the island that he was filming Pirates of the Caribbean, and apparently bringing in pets like that was illegal, and
really?
they detained them and shit in wherever they were, Australia or New Zealand or whatever.
What?
Yeah, but then I don't know what happened.
I didn't hear all this.
They were married, happy, and then I don't know where she divorces him and says that he beat her.
Yeah, I saw that video where it was like they went ape shit at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Hey, man.
That sucks when it spills over. Now it's affected his career.
Yeah, like
no one can commit a crime in peace anymore.
I mean, dude, it's literally to the point where like you really can't do shit no more. Like you really, it's about self-regulation at this point. Like you need to
whatever you do is gonna come out and bite you in the ass. No filter.
From the smallest things that you do on fucking Instagram or Facebook, typing in your fucking feelings all day. Guess what? 10 years from now, if they wanted to, they can look it up.
Yeah.
They did it to James Gunn.
Just ask. Fuck you. I was going to say, just ask James Gunn.
Yeah, right? Like, you know, you can be, like, you might just be in a mood that day and wanted to go off on the parent of your child. Mm-hmm. And boom. 10 years later, that's still out there. Mm-hmm. Even if you take the post out, someone probably screenshotted you going crazy.
Do you think domestic abuse, crimes like that, when it affects you more because you're a star? Can a local artist, like kind of famous in a city, in that community, a popular artist and a local artist, if they did that, do you think it would really be as big? I don't know, because they have a less of an audience, right? I feel like if they move, they won't, and change their artist name, they're good.
It depends on the violation, though.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Like how, like
Johnny Depp's getting it bad. Like people
because that video was bad. That video was bad. It didn't make anybody look good.
Maybe I didn't see it, but they were trying to boycott Harry Potter. Because he's in it, and they were saying that, you know, why would you put him in there? And even Johnny Depp said, "I'm surprised I didn't get fired from that."
There's so much shit that either goes by or doesn't. Like you know.
Oh shit! And that's WB.
Yeah, and like you heard about the dude that from Netflix that got fired because in an actual meeting, he was explaining how we're not going to say retarded, like, or say retard, because it's just as bad as saying the N-word. But
he said it in the meeting.
But but if you're listening to the context, you know he's not doing it in a racial manner.
That's true.
He's doing it in a sense of form of informing people on the stance that they are taking as a company and as even probably him, because
he got fired for that.
He got fired for
that's fucked up.
Isn't that crazy?
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So, some shit. And it's like, where's the nuance in the context to anything?
I mean, how did he say it though? What did he say? It like or like?
No, he said the full word ER, but he said it in the context of saying we're not gonna, and he used it in, like, you know, when a teacher's giving you an example of a word in a sentence,
air quotes.
Yeah, like he said it to the people he was lecturing to about a policy that they're not going to say the word retard in reference to saying as it being just as bad as saying the N-word, and he didn't in that sense, and
I guess
he actually used the word. But if you,
I guess,
but my thing is this is. How sensitive are we that we can't read the context of what's being said to us?
I think he could have come up with a better way to get his point across.
I agree with you. I agree with you there too. So,
and by then, the company's like, he did what? Okay, he's gone. But they don't want to deal with the repercussions. You know how expensive a fucking court case is?
I agree with you. Trust me, I get.
So I don't blame Netflix for doing it. It sucks.
It sucks because at the end of the day, I think just on the moral high ground when it comes to people losing jobs, you could have just
reprimanded him.
Reprimanded him, you know, over something like, especially when it wasn't used in the form of hate. It was used in the form of education on what, especially on a company policy that y'all were, you guys were enforcing. So you were delivering the message to everybody that you needed to, and they're the ones taking it out of context when they know the form of the sitting. Like, you were there knowing exactly how he said it. And he didn't say it in the form of hate. Like, he wasn't directing it towards somebody and, like, degrading somebody. It was just said in the context of passing along information based on the policy that they wanted to enforce. I think, sometimes it's just a reach in my eyes, but I get it on the other side where, well, on the company end, but for the people that sat there and bitched about it, where's your understanding of context and things? That's what boggles me, I guess.
I just thought about talking about people getting fired and for doing shit at work. You were talking. I literally remember the time when I worked at Disney, and they threatened my job. Well, the person, a peer of mine, a colleague of mine, same level, just they've been there longer. They pulled me aside into an office and yelled at me and said, "You could have lost your job for this. You're lucky that this doesn't get further, right?"
Right.
And yelled at me. I never been yelled when I worked for Disney. Never got yelled at. I got yelled at once, and it was it wasn't that bad. This person raised their voice. This person was finger pointing, yelling. It was bad.
Really?
I got scolded at Disney, right?
Really?
And I was like, "Fuck! I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up, man. I knew better. I can't believe that happened."
Right.
And she found out because someone took a picture of me doing it and sent it to the boss, and the boss sent it to her "Hey, can you have a talk with him?" Yeah, and there was proof, bro. And it was proof because actually she didn't send it to anybody. Someone took a picture of what I did and put it on Facebook. Yeah.
Wow.
They took a picture of me breaking a rule, and they put it on Facebook for the world to see.
What a dry snitch.
Yeah. But you know what? In hindsight, I'm surprised right now that I was that upset that I did what I did, and I was worried. You know what I did, Sky?
What?
I took a sip of juice where everybody can see me on the floor in the work area. So say you're at your desk at work and you take the sip where customers can see you.
Oh no.
Yeah. I got super yelled at for that. Because it's how stupid that sounds. You know how stupid that sounds? And at the time, I was so worried about it. And now that you bringing all this shit up,
but I get why in their eyes, yeah,
because at Disney you're not allowed to chew gum. You're not allowed to.
You gotta have a certain grooming, right? You gotta.
Yeah, there's rule. They're really strict on the look, but while you're on the floor,
there's no breaking character.
Yeah, because you're on stage.
In the eyes of Disney, you're on stage.
If a customer can see you, you're on stage. So you can't sit down. You can't sit down. You get in trouble for sitting down in front of them. You can't curse. You can't yell. You can't run. You can't do anything that breaks character, right? And I broke character. You just brought all that back to me. Now looking at it, I'm like, man, I took a sip.
Yeah.
No one knows what the fuck I'm doing.
And the chances of someone actually being offended in Disney
for taking a sip,
that's what juice. I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying is the chances of someone that's a guest there being offended by you breaking character to do so.
I don't think any guest would have taken a picture of a man taking a sip.
Right.
And it was cotton candy water. I just remember that because we used to make cotton candy in that candy shop, and we would put. They would put pieces of cotton candy in water, the excess. They're like, "Oh, take a sip." Take a sip. I dare you, take a sip. I'm like, all right, take a sip. I want to see how it tastes. It's not dirty, but I did that in an area where customers and guests can see me. Man, you just had that whole thought just went. If you play this video back, you'll see me go through this. What the fuck?
Everything goes right before your eyes.
I got in trouble and my job was threatened because I took a sip of cotton candy water.
Hey, I get the rules and policy in their eyes, but at the same time, Like, really? If someone is offended by this shit, like, there should be a side of things where it's like, you know what? Yes, we as a company say this is our rule and policy, but wait a second. You're upset because of that, like, you got to look at the infraction on it based, and that's the good thing that they saw that it was just enough to be like, talk to him.
Yeah.
Because what if you did something that was like, oh, he's
imagine
out.
I got fired for that. What the fuck? Yeah, man, Disney on some other shit. They're over the top at the time, but you know what? Their brainwashing is amazing.
Yeah,
and probably, you know, the platinum standard, because at the time I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe I did that. I'm in so much trouble. Now I'm like, nigga, what? What? Who gives a fuck?
That's why, like, when people do issue complaints when they're on the customer side, it's like, is it really worth all this energy from you? Like, think about it.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. And guess what? I say that being guilty of it myself. You know, I've been on the phone with customer service arguing about something that, honestly, why are you tripping over this? And maybe, you know, and just like you who are listening are guilty of this too. I was in my feelings about it and felt like it shouldn't be right. But I do see on the other end, like, in the hindsight of things, and just when you're on the outside looking at it, you go, really? Like,
I've realized, like, too, really? That people like,
I mean, you got people, when people do it when I'm at my job and people do it, I'm like, oh.
I realize people like to bitch.
Yeah.
And they need to exert, and it comes from our natural, the wild animal inside us, right?
Yeah.
Because people need to get that anger out. They need to express their frustration and put someone down because they felt down, right? Yeah. Think about it. Like,
it's a natural part of,
you know, like,
human. We've all done it. Don't act like you've never done it. All you holier and righteous than thou, motherfuckers, you're lying.
I try to never get that mad, but being in the hospitality industry, it's part of the job. Yeah. It's like, literally, like, it should be on the work description.
I ain't gonna lie.
Can take yelling, can take
I ain't gonna lie.
Bad feedback.
I'm at this point now, like, with it, like, being in the hospitality world and industry, and dealing with, like, even when I get new hires, I tell them, look, this is a hospital. Nobody wants to be here. Nobody is here for a reason that they like. Mm-hmm. You know, be it that they're in here or they're coming to see someone that's in here. Nobody wants to be here. It's a hospital.
Yeah.
So no matter how a person speaks to you here, don't take it personal. Because it's not personal.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would teach at Disney.
And when you can do that...
Yeah. They're not mad at you, bro. They're just mad at the situation.
And when you can read that, life becomes so much... And when you do that in life, even when I'm out and I'm getting, like, kind of like rude service from somebody, I don't flip out as bad because I go, you know what? This ain't personal. Mm. And you're having a bad day. I know what that's like. You're not going to get the biggest tip in the world if you're a waiter or something, but I'm not going to sit there and do you like that because I get it. Mm. I get it.
It's not worth it.
It's not.
I've learned in my old age.
And it's not worth my energy to bitch about it. Like,
yeah, I learned in my old age. People just like to bitch.
Yeah.
People don't like to work. People don't like to do anything anymore. Like, there's things in my day job that customers and clients will bitch about something and like, I'm too busy. I'm too swamped right now to do this. Why can't you guys figure this out? That's what I pay you for. I'm like, you paid us to set something up for you. What? And then, like, your job is this big, so we can do this much. And you just want to bitch. Like, do something. People don't like to work hard, bro. It's really hard to work hard. That's been my thing all week. So then, you know what I did? I realized that people like to be lazy. My fucking neck was hurting. People like to be lazy. People like to not have responsibility. They like to be free, and and be able to not do anything because they have to do things all day for somebody else, right?
Right.
So I'm like, it's really hard to work hard. So I'm like, you know what? For a week, I'm going to do the Gary Vee thing where he says work from 7 to 2 a.m. Right? I pushed it because I'm going to spend time with my wife. Eat dinner, spend time with her. When we go to bed, I'm like, all right, it's time to, I got my motivation. For some reason, I got motivation back. I go sit down on the computer and start learning something and doing something till I get sleepy. It's hard, man. It's hard to do work. Like, do you really want to stare at a computer at nighttime at home after you stare at a computer all day at work? Or, make phone calls or do some coding or learn, do textbook.
Honestly.
Textbook work.
I'll say this.
That sucks. It's hard to work hard.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have the effort and the will and drive to do more and see the bigger picture and discipline yourself to accomplish these goals you have in mind and sacrifice what you need to obtain.
It's fucking hard.
But I know at the end of the day, if we all could, we wouldn't do shit. That's why those days when you don't do shit, it feels fucking great because you're not in that mode of the need to do.
Yeah, you're in control of your own body.
I think
and power,
the need to
time.
do things, as long as it ain't in competition with anybody other than yourself, like doing things to better the last thing that you did.
It's crazy, man.
Is different from should be the reason you do things compared to doing it because the next man's doing it this way.
We're in a new era of laziness, bro. I think it was always there.
Wally, man.
But it's easier to be lazy now.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy not to do anything.
Look at the way we pay.
It's dangerous, bro.
Look at the way we pay for convenience.
Yeah. I pay for Uber Eats. I love that fucking thing.
I love Uber Eats, but a lot of people know my address.
You know what
I'm saying? Like, a lot of people know where I live.
Bro, and usually I do Uber Eats because I'm either going to do two things. I get Uber Eats if I'm like, yo, I'm really busy. And I'm like, fuck.
I need to eat something.
I need to eat something, and I don't want to go get food to come back and clean it, cook it, and then eat it, and then clean.
Because guess what? It costs just as much.
Yeah.
If not more.
My time, I feel like my time is more valuable.
And I get leftovers that I feel like I'm going to waste because I don't eat leftovers.
That's true. You're weird. Or if I'm busy, like, I'm feeling super lazy, like, yo, I'm not doing shit today. Right. I'm not doing shit this afternoon. I finished my week. Like, I'm gonna just chill. I'm like, I'm gonna Uber Eats, bro. I'm gonna, But convenience is expensive, bro. Like, people, like, there's people that are that have a whole company just for waiting in line. Like, you guys are angels because I also don't want to wait in line. Right. But I also don't want anything that bad where I need to hire someone to be in line. If I had like throwaway money, maybe I would do that.
I'll go wait my motherfucking self.
But
that way I don't have, just in case.
What the fuck do you need that's that, like, black people on Black Friday? Do they still do that? Line up at the Thursday night?
See, you know when I go shopping on Black Friday, yeah, they might say they take all the good sales and shit. But there's still good sales going on all day. I don't need anything, bro. I'm just saying, there's still good sales going on all day. So I go know. Like on Black Friday. I probably.
Wait, how much is a PlayStation 4?
I'll probably go out on like at like 7 at night and just gets like the end of the day sales.
Nope.
That's when
Creed comes out Thanksgiving night.
I have no interest in seeing the movie, but the soundtrack.
You have no interest in seeing Creed 2?
No.
Why?
I was good with the first one.
Yeah, first one was great.
But I don't want to see.
I'm gonna watch this one too.
I like the soundtrack a lot.
The soundtrack's fantastic. You know what?
Did you see the track list?
No, not this soundtrack. The first soundtrack. Oh. I listened to that whenever I hit the gym. When I used to hit the gym very regularly. That was my music.
Soundtrack 2, the sequel. Mike Will made it.
Oh God.
Did the whole album production wise. Dog, he has Crime Mob on the fucking album.
Oh shit.
Right.
Wow.
I saw that listing and I said, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Were you holding a CD? What was that?
No, I was looking at my phone like,
oh my God. Did you just turn the CD backwards?
I wanted to look back like it was like they had the album art on the back, but no. I saw the track list and just kind of looked at it like, they got Crime Mob? And then you hear the song and it's a flip of Knuck If You Buck on that. But just that energy, it plays well into a fight.
Do we need track lists anymore?
Depends on. It all depends on your rollout, bro. It does. It really does.
Do you need to get paid when you get artwork? Do you need to get artwork for the back if you're not going to physically print it?
I think as an artist like this, if I'm gonna do both. I'm not gonna have the album artwork for maybe for the digital stream, but if you buy the album, yeah, I'll put the. I wanted to. If you buy the fucking LP or the album off of me, like if I press up vinyls and CDs,
that's different.
And if you actually do it, yes, I went that extra mile for the person that does appreciate that. I don't think you should. I mean, if you're just trying to make the fast buck and just get the streams, then fine. You don't have to do that. But as an artist, why not offer that?
Yeah.
Because the vinyls are dropping, which I gotta go to the vinyl store. That's where I forgot to stop before I got here.
Nah,
gotta go to Park.
Just curious, because I see a lot of track lists, and I'm like, where's this going? Because I know damn well you're not pressing that shit up. So where's it going?
Right.
Is it just at this point it just becomes marketing instead of a function, huh? It's another flyer.
Yeah, that's really all it is. But for the people that are buying the physicals, like there's vinyl sales have jumped up substantially because there is a large demographic.
So is cassettes. Cassettes is bumped up again.
But it's not the same as vinyl.
No, but vinyl wasn't the same as what vinyl is now 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
But if you're an artist putting out music now, putting out a vinyl is not a bad thing to do.
Yeah, but it's expensive as fuck.
But you make your money off of it for the ones that do buy it.
Yeah, if you get people to buy it.
If you're dope, they will.
Dubai.
If you're dope, they will. If the shit is good, you're gonna buy it. Someone's gonna buy it. If the shit is good, and what's good is all based on the actual consumer themselves. If they deem it worthy, they're gonna buy it. You know, if someone like, you know what, I like this artist, and yeah, he put out the fucking vinyl, I'm copping it.
Yeah.
You know, and especially when you make it limited or something, or you give a little reason why you should even buy it.
Yeah, but at that point it becomes a novelty instead of
that's how you're gonna sell the physicals now.
Boom.
You know,
sales advice with Sky.
So I'm just saying, you know, like I went out to this was like a year and a half ago, but I went out to a show and the dude had his EP on tape. And he was just giving it to people who want it, or just left it there. Left it there for people who want it. Who, you know what? Wait, you want to? You know what? I'll cop it just because it's a fucking tape. Even if I'm never gonna listen to it on tape, that's fucking cool that you did that. It was just cool that he did that.
What did you do with it? No,
I didn't. Personally, I didn't buy it because I don't see the need. But for the person that says,
"You motherfucker," you motherfucker.
I just didn't. I won't lie to you and say that
you're cheap though. You're an old man. No discounts.
I just didn't want to buy a tape that day.
No discounts.
I just thought the idea was cool for people that would buy the tape.
I wouldn't buy a tape.
I'm not. That's you personally, but for the person,
I stopped buying records. I stopped buying records like I used to buy records all the time. I stopped.
But you buy other stuff.
Facts, but I stopped buying physical music. I stopped buying singles.
And a large.
I don't think I ever started either.
Like a large portion of the world did too, but there's still people that will buy.
I used to cop albums. We talked about this before. I used to cop albums about "Thank Me Later."
If I downloaded it and it was dope, I would have went and bought it just to say I bought it.
Yeah, I bought John Bellion's album. I bought it last year, 2 years ago.
And certain artists you will buy.
Yeah,
you would just buy.
I pre-ordered that shit. He announced like, "Hey, my album's coming out. It's ready for pre-order on iTunes." I was like, "Say less, my friend." Boom, 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 boom. Pre-ordered, and the day it came out, dropped, and I played it and streamed. I'm sure majority of the money that he's getting from streams comes from me, because like I was so enamored with his music and the talent and the creation and how pure he is, and like. I'm like, yo, I like this artist. Like, I'm a fan. I haven't had that feeling of I'm a fan again. and I've straight up bought his album. He just came out with a new album last week.
Is it worth buying?
I just started listening to it yesterday. I'm like, oh, that's right. He came out with an album.
I mean,
crazy, right?
Now it's to the convenience of just hit download. But if it was really dope and you were still like in somewhat of a collector mode or that enamored with the music still, you would probably go buy it just to say you got it.
Yeah.
There's just certain people like, and it goes on an individual basis based on who the artist is. But if you do that extra for that one person that might watch it or see it, and you get a thrill off of that, it's worth it, man. It's worth the investment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like that. It's like someone saw me playing SimCity on my phone the other day, and they go,
SimCity.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was like, let me guess, you made an Orlando Sim City. I was like, yeah. You know why? Because for the one person that might understand why I put Orlando in an Orlando City in SimCity, just for that one person that would find it and go, ha, ha. Just because he knew.
Wait, what? In SimCity, I can find somebody else's city?
Yeah, like
what?
You buy and sell with other cities, other people's cities. You can put. They have like this whole little global market where you're buying and selling goods.
That's crazy.
And like, you see what people name their cities as and stuff.
Wait, but can I go there without paying for it?
I mean, the game is free. You just pay. You pay for all the extra good, like. If you want to...
So if I want to go to another city in SimCity, someone else's city that they created, can I just fly over there?
Well, like...
And explore it?
I wouldn't say you can look it up. It's just...
Okay. Never mind. I thought you can play SimCity and like, you can get in a plane and you can start visiting other cities to get other ideas and stuff.
No, well,
Grand Theft Auto.
It's kind of with... When you hit the global market button and you click on the item that you want that's for sale, it takes you to that city's... takes you to that person's city, and then
not as cool as I thought.
I'll show you later. And
not as cool.
It's cool.
No.
Trust me.
You know what's cool? Red Dead Redemption.
But I'm just saying, for the person that's sitting online and that just happens to know what Orlando means and sees that there's a city, it's for that moment.
Yeah, I don't know how many hot moments you're gonna get. Hot moments you're gonna get from that one SimCity players.
For that one person, like I said, for that one person that just might.
I wish you many aha moments, my friend.
I do that with a lot of things. I do that when I was doing music. I did certain things like, when you ever seen one of your artists do like what you would consider like cryptic shit on their album artwork just for the people that know, if you know. It's just shit like that.
Wow.
I like doing shit like that.
You're like Stan Lee about cryptic shit.
You're not getting me.
No. Okay. Just save this.
Really? We're saving?
Oh, we would. No?
Are we? Where are we at? We're at like 52.
Yeah, bro.
I don't want to save it yet.
Well, this is awkward.
So I'm saving.
Hello. No one is available. Leave a message after the tone.
Hey, I had a really great time. I would love to do that again. So give me a call back. Hey, you never did call me to let me know you got in safely. So I was just checking on you. All right, call me back. Okay, I'm very confused. We went out, we had a good time. At least I thought we had a good time, and now you dodging me. You're not answering my calls. That's real crazy to me. But whatever. You have a blessed life. I know I will. Bye. Call me back. Call me back. Call me back.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Save the Date podcast. This is the Healthy Dating Preservation podcast for millennials and anybody else who might need it. What? Need it. Anyway, I'm Imani. Shoot. I ain't doing it over.
You said you not?
No. Oh. Y'all know how it goes by now. Shoot.
Okay, well, I'm Candace, guys. Hello.
This is our first episode of 2019, and I couldn't even get the intro right. I'm mad.
Yeah. Indeed.
Anybody who might need
it.
Anyway, hey guys, we're back. Turning up for the 19 and the almost 2020. No, it's not almost 2020, but I just wanted to say that.
It's not. I wonder, like, ain't no song ever gonna be able to say taking over for that. Maybe. No, because it ain't gonna be 2000. I'm about to say maybe like in
2099. Oh, well, it won't be. That's what you was about to say.
That's the 3000s. Yep.
So you can say the 99 and the 3000.
Taking over for the night. Girl, they're going to be rapping it out.
It won't be 3000 after 2099.
We're going to be dead, so it don't matter.